Michael.
Ocean Drives films with Eclipse Dine-In Cinemas Bundoran. Now serving pizza, hot dogs, ice cream and more to your seat. Find out more at Eclipse Cinemas.
Time to join our man at the cinema. I always get excited around this time of the week. Collie with the latest from Eclipse Cinemas in Bundoran. Hey, you're looking bad.
I was wondering which one you were going to. Like, it's like you want to be starting something, you know? There's
beat it.
Obviously, there's only one movie to talk about this week. It's been all over the internet, the papers, everywhere. It opened yesterday everywhere. It is Michael. It is the new biopic about Michael Jackson. Who else could it be? Sure, we'll start with the clip, will we?
We will.
I believe there's no one like you. And there never will be.
You're the greatest of all time.
Michael in cinemas Wednesday, April 22.
Now, we better not play anymore because that's kind of the whole film.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing about this movie. Now, it's going to be huge. It's going to be massive, Seamie. It's going to make a fortune for the Michael Jackson estate, you know? And I have to say, it, you know, as a 2-hour piece of just entertainment, it is very entertaining. I watched it yesterday myself, yesterday morning, and like those songs are bulletproof. And, you know, I don't know if you... I don't know if I could say I forgot how many good songs he had, but he really did. Now, I am of that era. I remember clearly sitting at home in the front room, and it was MTV USA was on, and they were going to show Thriller. And it was a beautiful sunny day like today, and my mum came in, and I was a good bit younger than my brother and sister, and they said, what's he doing in on a sunny day? You know, lazy git. Get him outside. And I was really upset. And Neve and Dara, my brother and sister, said, no, Mum, they're showing Thriller for the first time. Mum went, oh my God, I didn't know. Sit down. And she sat down and watched it too. That's how big a deal that was, before we had videos on demand. And it blew my mind. And I wasn't the biggest Michael Jackson fan of the years, but everyone was a fan a bit, right? In the 80s, everyone did change music, change how videos looked. And it's amazing that so many videos from the 80s look really dodgy. Actually, videos from 20 years ago look really dodgy. His ones are still hold up. Like Billie Jean still looks great. Okay, you mightn't have the tiger in it, but everything still holds up. So all of that stuff is true. And as the story of Michael Jackson, video pop star, as I said, Michael is very entertaining. As the story of Michael Jackson, the man, there's not a whole lot there. And it's really, you know, I don't want to use the word whitewash because people think I'm doing a pun, right? But it is just... Even the in-depth story of like him and his dad. His dad is a bad guy and wasn't in real life. And in this movie, he is kind of the bad guy who says, oh, Michael, you must practice more. There's no rest for you. No friends for you, Michael. And Michael looks sad and then he does it anyway. And Michael doesn't do a single thing wrong here. All he does is do music and it's nice to everyone. And that's the movie. And it just finds little bits of real life to then go, now let's play a song. And you know the way in a lot of biopics, Seamie, they'd play like 30 seconds of the song or a minute of the song. They pretty much played the whole song in this because they know what people have come here to see. People, whether they believe the worst things about Michael Jackson or the best things about Michael Jackson, they don't really, they've already made up their mind. They don't really want to know that. They want the music.
Yes.
And this is why. And I was so about it. As I said, it's very entertaining, but I felt a bit, as a movie fan, I'm not sure how great a movie it is. I went down to the director's lounge last night just to talk to people coming out. Best thing I've ever seen, the greatest thing ever. And it's a bit like, with Elvis. Elvis wasn't in the best part of his career when he died, but the memory lives stronger and on. And people love watching it back and they want to see the Elvis they remember. And this is the Michael Jackson you remember, not from the tabloids, not from the documentaries. This is the Michael Jackson you remember as a kid, whether that was in the 1980s or now. And lots of people like it. And, the people who don't like Michael Jackson or are worried about seeing it aren't going to enjoy this. But like,
they're not going to go anywhere. No, but what you're looking at as an audience, an awful lot of people never seen Michael Jackson live.
Yeah, me included. And I was big concert going.
Anybody I spoke to that's seen him play live when he played Cork or whatever, so he was just absolute fantastic.
Yeah, and this gets that, and we should have said Jafar Jackson, who is Jermaine's son, is great at all the dancing, and like the dancing is amazing, and they are all Michael's moves, and it just was so exciting and so cool, and those bits are great, and it really gets you going. I was sitting there watching, going, I wish I'd seen him live, and I had a chance to go to Cork, and I didn't go, and I was just watching that stuff. It was great, that stuff is great. But, even you've been to Graceland, even when you do the Graceland tour, they don't say Elvis was perfect. They do say, Elvis had his problems and that sort of stuff. In this movie, Michael Jackson was perfect. And here's another song for you.
But so, I think they know what they're selling here.
They know what they're selling.
They're selling the greatest hits.
It is the greatest hits.
On video. Yeah, that's what
on video. And see him dance and see him sing. It's like going to watch the Elvis hologram. This is the Michael Jackson hologram. That's what it is. And there's loads of people listening are going to really enjoy it, and I hope they do.
Okay, right. That's a good reflection on the movie. Not a whitewash, really. Now, I have to throw that in. Right. For some reason, Fight Club is appearing on our list today. Why is that? That film from 1999. Why is it on the list?
Well, the book was in 1996, and also I think they've made a really new shiny copy of it. They've cleaned up the sound, cleaned up the look of it, and of course, it's a movie that's never gone away. It is a huge part of culture stuff. Like, there's loads of people who haven't seen the movie, but when I say the first rule of Fight Club is they can finish that sentence. It's such a part of life, and actually, a lot of the stuff that young people are watching now with, podcasts and stuff, with a lot of blokey stuff, comes from Fight Club. Fight Club was all about men feeling they weren't part of the world anymore. That was the start of this. And The Matrix came out the same year about, is life letting me down? And it's never gone away. It's still popular. And this is a good movie. It is a dark movie. I watched it again fairly recently, and it's still very good and challenging. And maybe this is the time when Brad Pitt really went from, just good-looking movie star to
movie star.
Yeah, there's an actor there too, and he can play. He's not afraid to play the bad guy. I think this only here for 2 nights. It's just there. I would say there's a big shiny DVD box set coming with the new version, but they'll release it in the cinema for a couple of days. But if you've never seen it on the big screen, or indeed if you're really into movies and you've never seen it, this is one of the movies at the 90s that changed how we looked at stuff into 2000s. Well worth going to see.
Very violent.
Very violent. This is an 18s and earns it.
Very violent. Yeah. Now, something that's not violent, and you tell me it came from France originally, is Hitpig.
Hitpig. I must admit, I said to the boss, I hadn't even seen the trailer yet. I saw the title and I went, can we get Hitpig? Come on. Look, here's the story. He's kind of, a private eye pig, and what he does is when animals run away, he goes and brings them back to their owners, and he's a bounty hunter pig, right? So, and it's very...
There's connotations here all over the place.
Yeah, there's so many jokes. And they know it. That's the thing. They know these jokes, right? That you're all thinking, they're aware of it. And then this elephant runs away from the circus, and he's hired to get the elephant back. And as he's going to get the elephant to come back to the circus, he realizes maybe the elephant's not the bad guy after all. This is one sort of for 10s and unders. It's quite short. I thought the trailer was genuinely funny and cool, and lots of cute animals running around and being silly and farting and stuff like that. So very different to the other 2 movies we have. And but it's been a crack. Sure, why not?
That's opening. When is Hitpig with you? Tomorrow for the kids and the family. Oh, this sounds like a family one. No, missed it Monday with 40 seconds, and it's back again.
It's back again. So many people asked. So we've already been for Mr. Monday. Hamlet is back. This is definitely the last time, Seamus. It definitely has to go. But so many people ask, could we bring it back one more time? So we're bringing it back next Monday. Hamlet, last chance to see Oscar winning Jessie Buckley, $5.50. Can't go wrong, right?
You can't go wrong with that. And by the way, Michael Jackson, when is that Michael opening?
That's open now. There's people seen it since yesterday. And it's going to be around for weeks and weeks because it's going to be mega popular.
It's going to be like the biggest film for the summer.
It's biggest one. Well, Devil Wears Prada opens next week. That's going to be big too.
Oh, right. Oh, that's next week. Okay, that's Collie and Movies. Till next Thursday.